This program is proudly brought to you by Telecom Limited and Datec.
In this session of Infocus, we are at the Stanley Hotel for the inaugural Datec Technology and Innovation Summit 2025. The summit featured representatives from leading ICT brands such as Temenos, Cybernetics GI, Lenovo, and Huawei, who attended and engaged in dialogues with the state-owned ICT solutions provider in Papua New Guinea, Datec PNG Limited, as well as its prospective customers in Papua New Guinea.
Our government, led by our Prime Minister Marape, like everyone else, believes in a robust and especially resilient ICT system in our country. Of course, understanding the vital role that it plays in national security, our growth, economic growth, and very importantly, digital transformation.
We spoke to some of the industry experts from major players in the global ICT space, such as Temenos, IXA Global, Lenovo, and Cybernetics GI. First up, we are joined by Russell Tato, Chief Executive Officer for Datec PNG Limited, and Ravin Prasad, Managing Director of Cybernetics GI, a cybersecurity consulting firm. Russell and Ravin, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Malcolm.
Thank you, Malcolm.
Okay. Firstly, Russell, what do you hope this summit will provide for the industry as a whole in Papua New Guinea?
As you know, Datec, maybe giving a bit of history on Datec. We've come a long way since 1985 as an ICT solutions company. But at the same time, we're experiencing a lot of demand on so many of our, verticals, business verticals, in terms of what we're doing on the ISP or data center, in terms of, ERP, all the software solutions that we support to so many of our corporates. They're growing and a lot of demand is coming on place. So what I'm expecting is to bring on board some of the partners that I have and to explore options of in terms of, giving them more opportunities in the innovation demands that there. As a country, a lot of things is changing. The way we do business in the country. In terms of, the customer demands. For example, just look at Air Niugini. We used to only have, go to the Air Niugini shop and buy your tickets, but everybody is getting on a platform to buy purchasing ticket through the online platforms, So as a country, that kind of demand is just happening across different sectors. So that's why I thought one of the best things that we can do is to bring into one, place all the Datec partners, from solutions to infrastructure to everything else that we are doing on the ISP communication, to people like our cybersecurity experts. Bring them on board, have a discussion across the corridors in this place, and try and find partnership arrangement or find a solution to the issues that we are facing in the corporate space or the government agencies or individuals at the SME level. That's the kind of objective that I want to bring across to our Papua New Guinea companies and SMEs and government departments.
We are cognizant of the fact that you are primarily a state-owned enterprise, that is Datec. What role do you see it can play for the development of Papua New Guinea? I
think digital economy is something that no country is going to run away with, and I think the government is embracing that as part of the SOE group. We are embracing that by making sure that we have to push all our SOEs and everybody else who are partnering with us in terms of the business solutions that we do for them. We need to shift them into the digital economy. Digital economy is not only on the monetary front, but the maturity of infrastructure that we have in the country, either in the cloud or data center or in our communication space. Across the city, you hardly see any, apart from the mobile connectivity you get, you hardly see any, city Wi-Fi capability in a lot of the public places. We'd like to change the game. We'd like to be present in a lot of our public halls where people can come on board and conduct business seamlessly.
Now, Ravin, could you tell us a bit about your organization and the company? I believe you're engaged within the cybersecurity space.
Yes. Thank you, Malcolm. Yes, we do. We are engaged in the cybersecurity, and as you know, We work with Datec, who's our partner in PNG, and we work very closely with Datec because we see that, as Russell has mentioned, that in PNG the technology is going digital. Everyone wants digital. They want things to move faster. They want to be competitive. They should be able to buy things online, do transactions off their mobile phones. So yes, all that is possible, and it's a good thing to have. But with all that, Malcolm, comes the risk as well. There's a lot of risk that comes with digital transformation. So as a cybersecurity organization, we've been working very closely with some very large corporations in PNG, all right, and that's with the banking industry, telecommunications, along with SOEs in PNG, in ensuring that they are sort of, as they're moving towards digital environment, they are also cyber secure.
We are witnessing quite a new emergence of particularly artificial intelligence. To what extent has that influenced the industry in Papua New Guinea? Perhaps you'll start with Ravin.
It's interesting you say that, Malcolm, because Russell will agree with me that when we were speaking, most of the presenters in there have mentioned about artificial intelligence and machine learning. It's a technology that everyone is talking about and is of interest by a lot of countries. And in PNG, yes, people are interested. They want to, you would have heard already that NAS Fund has included AI in their organization. I think the Immigration Department has also included AI to try and speeden up the visa process. So it is coming on board, but at the same time, it's like any technology, it also comes with risks. There's a high risk that AI technologies can be compromised. It can also be infected with malicious viruses, so that it's not performing what it is actually designed to do. So that's something, if we are going to implement AI, it's critical that you do some testing around it to ensure there's no gaps in the AI system that will allow a cyber criminal to sort of get into the system and infect it.
Now, Russell, given the pace of change within the technology and ICT industry, how is Datec ensuring that products and services that it is offering is compatible with global practice and standards?
Thank you, Malcolm. I think that is the crux of why we are in the business. In this part of the world, you can't do business without properly regulated, or you're partnering with people who are properly certified in the way they're doing things to deliver to the market. And Datec, for that reason, I think, and Ravin has been also helping us in another front, is getting us certified with ISO certification requirements on quality management system, best practice in security management systems, that kind of thing. But at the back end of the way we supply our goods and services to the market is also dealing with certified partners, partners or reputable names like HPs and the Cisco's in networking, or Lenovo, the people who do endpoints. Endpoints are your devices and laptops and those kind of things. So, one of the things that sort of bring reputation and prestige to the way we do business is partnering with reputable companies who's invested a lot of capital and resources in researching and have gone through government certifications to supply to the market, so that you get the best out of your system, so you get the best out of your equipment. So I think you can't go wrong when we have an internal process that's about going out there and partner with international partners who bring on board that kind of approvals, reputation in the way they conduct their business. And I think we're not going to go wrong. That's the only way. I think, for instance, if you are going to give credibility to the way the finance and banking sector is implementing a lot of the transformation, and they require that kind of thing. They're highly regulated by the Bank of PNG and other international regulators. So if you are going to penetrate into that business, you yourself as a business needs to be regulated, working with properly certified partners. So that's how we win the market, and that's how we supply our services and goods.
Welcome back. You're watching Infocus. Joining us for this session is Mr. Arvind Maharaj, Sales Executive at Lenovo. Arvind, thank you for joining us.
No problem.
Arvind, could you give us a bit of background about your company? I understand it's quite a global brand in itself.
Yep. So Lenovo obviously is a global brand. We specialize in a lot of IT architecture from PCs, desktops, workstations, service, hybrid cloud, AI integration, edge computing, storage, networking switches, and a lot more. So we are a global brand specialized in supplying and helping businesses out there in terms of IT architecture. And it's been a good journey so far.
Yeah. So what sort of services and technology do you offer in Papua New Guinea?
Look, we have a range of customers. We look after agriculture customers, mining customers, and government customers. But in terms of where the technology is heading in PNG itself, I think hybrid cloud is one of the area of expertise that we bring in and we try to promote in the PNG market. A lot of customers, a lot of our business leaders in PNG are after a system that can not just give them the solution for today, but also give them a future solution, but also reduce the footprint, also take away the pain points. And I think hybrid cloud is where the market's heading in Papua New Guinea.
It's good you mentioned long-term sustainability. Are there specific ESG agendas that currently run within Lenovo?
Yeah, look, long term, what we look at, we look at different countries in a specific way. Papua New Guinea for us is a big investment country from an IT architecture perspective. So if we can invest a lot more in PNG and promote our brand, promote what's right for the businesses, promote what works for the businesses, and promote what helps them. There's a lot of pain points, not just in Papua New Guinea customers and business leaders, but also other parts of the world as well. So if we can promote our brand and provide the right solution for every business, I think we can help their businesses grow.
How do you see the PNG technology and ICT industry evolving in the coming years?
Well, this is the first time I think it's been done in PNG. Very stoked. I'm so happy. It's almost 200 people, business leaders turn up. And then after the event, in between the events, they come and meet you and they talk about their businesses, what they want to get out as an outcome from Lenovo, and how they can help their businesses with the help of the likes of Datec, with the help of the likes of Lenovo, for example. If we can help them, and it's been an amazing journey so far. I'm quite I'm surprised with the turnout. It's quite massive. And the number of business leaders here are pretty good.
What makes Lenovo a very unique brand?
Look, Lenovo is a company that listens to its businesses, customers. We like to listen to your pain points, and we like to work and help your business. And this is a unique proposition from Lenovo because we just don't sell anything. We just don't give anything to anyone. What we do is we specifically work on projects specific to each customer segments, specific to each customer projects, and then we give you the solutions that needs to be propositioned in your business. And that helps the outcome of the business, that increases the revenue stream of the business. And if we can help the business in any way, shape or form, that's where Lenovo is unique.
Given the emergence of artificial intelligence, how has that hampered or probably affected your business?
In a good way. All our portfolio from a hardware perspective is now capable of running an AI software. So we've got multiple customers on AI already, but each customer, their needs in terms of AI is going to be unique for their business and unique for Lenovo as well. But all our platforms are now easily integrated, to be integrated with AI software.
Has that necessitated the retraining of your staff as well?
To somewhat, yeah. We've allocated some staff in the AI sector where they are fully trained now. They talk about AI and what they can do to help their businesses, the customers. So yeah, we've got fully trained, certified staff in Lenovo who can help the businesses.
So how has your partnership with Datec been so far?
Datec has been with Lenovo for many, many years. They are probably the biggest partner we have in PNG. and the relationship is going, very strong, very strong. The amount of customers we see here today is through the relationship with Lenovo and Datec PNG. So, yeah, it's been great partnership with Datec. The staff has been great in Datec. The management have been great and accommodating in Datec. So, yeah, it's working well.
Mr. Arvind Maharaj, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Take care.
Welcome back. You're watching Infocus. In this session, we are joined by Mr. Tapas Shyam, Regional Director for Temenos. Tapas, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks so much.
Firstly, Tapas, could you give us a bit of background about your company?
Temenos is one of the largest banking software providers in the world. We are a Swiss headquartered company with revenues north of $1 billion, with around 1,500 clients in 150 countries who use our solutions for their software application of powering their banking services for both retail customers, corporate customers, wealth management customers, as well as business banking customers and small and medium enterprises. We have been in the industry for 30 plus years. We serve banks of all sizes, right from the big bank like JP Morgan in the US, which is one of the largest banks in the world, down to neo and digital banks like WeLab in Hong Kong, which was born in the cloud native age and is less than 10 years old. We serve customers across the whole segment, which includes your front end, which is internet mobile banking apps for their customers, banks' internal operation software for their underwriting their loans, for taking deposits, for charging interest to customers, as well as all the operational activities and reporting activities that the bank has to do from a regulatory standpoint to satisfy the regulators. We take care of the complete software technology platform on which the bank runs.
What is your perception of the PNG market?
I believe PNG market is at an inflection point. Banks, and when I say banks, I'm not just talking about the big banks, I'm also talking about savings and loan societies who play such a large role in reaching the underserved sort of sections of the society, of the community. They're all at an inflection point. They know that change is coming and they need to transform. Customers are moving away from manual processes. They don't like standing up in queues in branches to fill up forms to open a bank account. They don't expect a loan application to take weeks to get approved. And they also don't expect for banks to ever go offline. They want to make payments 24/7. So we're just moving into a modern new world, and financial services organizations in PNG are realizing that they need to keep pace. And that's where we come in to help them drive the transformation internally as well as externally for the customers.
Now, with the push for financial inclusion, particularly given the digitalization of banking and financial services, from your perspective, what major mechanisms should financial institutions have in place to best protect their customers?
I think the first thing that financial services institutions need to do is to reach the underserved or underserved section of the community or people who technically don't even have a bank account to begin with. They need to create means and mechanism to onboard as many customers and drive comfort that their money is in safe hands. In Papua New Guinea, 75% of the population hasn't got a bank account. They are using cash as a means of transactions in their day-to-day lives, which is a huge burden to the economy, but is also sort of not driving the efficiencies that you would expect from an economy the size of PNG. The next step is, I would say, once they have onboarded and made that journey successfully of onboarding a customer, they need to drive comfort that the money is safe. Now, that takes various shapes and forms. One is to have a bulletproof technology platform that protects the funds in electronic form. As soon as you get rid of cash, the funds are sitting in electronic form. People should be able to access and view their balances any time of the day, 24/7. They should be able to make payments any time of the day, 24/7. And at the same time, banks should have the technology to not just facilitate that for their customers, but also protect them from fraud, protect them from scams. And that's where one of our financial crime mitigation solution comes in, which ensures that the payments either being received or made by anyone to anyone is not being made to certain fraudulent actors. No customer is getting scammed. These sort of measures and protection will drive comfort in people and will gradually force the psychology of adopting banking services rather than living with cash and basically saying a complete no to even opening a bank account, which is where the country stands today. And that's, I think, is fundamental and pivotal to how banks should approach this challenge.
Now, in terms of the customer, what precautionary measures should they be taking to protect their financial and confidential information?
I guess these sort of, I would say, the guidelines are pretty standard across the world, but more so now because we are seeing a huge rise of, frauds and scams in the market. From a customer perspective, the first thing is the risk of carrying cash is perhaps more than the risk of actually putting that cash in a bank account. That's fundamental, that's something customers need to understand. The next piece is that if they have a savings, their savings are in a bank account or with a savings and loan society in some sort of account, they should not share their username or passwords with anybody, even within the same family. They should refrain from noting down any usernames or password on a piece of paper, which might be misplaced or used or abused by somebody else who might pick that up. They should be in a habit of actually changing their username password sort of every fortnight or every month, which is driven by the bank's policies. And I guess with the new sort of devices that we are seeing in the market, your iOS and Android devices, which come with biometric authentication, your Face ID, we are seeing more and more secure technologies being brought in a way to access the banking services. So couple that with, I guess, native sort of security that is built into iPhones and Android devices today. I think customers should feel really safe about, putting their funds with a trusted source such as a bank or a savings and loan society. They should also place their trust on Bank of PNG, which is the regulator in charge of ensuring protection of the community. And then, of course, the last bit is self-responsibility, or being responsible for your login credentials and sensitive information, so that some nefarious actors don't get hold of it and actually lead you to either fraud or scam, which would be a very I would say unfortunate outcome.
Finally, what are some takeaway points from this Technology and Innovation Summit that we're currently in?
I think it has been very refreshing to be a part of this summit. We do see these sort of events happening fairly sort of frequently in other parts of the world, be it Australia, New Zealand, or other regions of Pacific. Pacific Islands specifically have been a bit slow to catch on, but this initiative by Datec is absolutely fantastic. It brings the industry together. It creates a sort of a platform where people can share their challenges and potential solutions together. And from, I guess, collaboration standpoint, it is a very important element because Datec alone or Temenos alone cannot drive change. We need the community to come together to drive change. And that's where I think this summits like these are absolutely pivotal of creating awareness of where the world is going, and getting people on board that, if they don't come on board, then they'll be left behind.
Tapasham, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, and thanks for having me.
Well, viewers, that ends this episode of Infocus. Do join us again next week, Monday, on our regular time slot of 7 p.m. Till then, bye for now.
This program was proudly brought to you by Telecom Limited and Datec.